heaven with a smile that didn't fit. Boots worn down to leather, heart held tight behind his ribs. Folks all knew his laughter, but they never knew his nights, 'cause he hid his hurt like secrets buried deep from any light. He'd toast to better days, pretend the past was far behind, but the truth was like a splinter he could never leave behind. He'd sit beside the jukebox when the crowd began to thin, staring at the doorway like he hoped someone walk in. A ghost he never mentioned, a name he never spoke, a memory he carried like a chain he never broke. And though he played the part of someone steady, calm, and strong, you could see the cracks appear when the nights grew long. You can't heal a wound you never show. You can't mend a heart by saying I'm fine when you know there's a storm inside that's begging for a place to go. You can't heal a wound you never show. It'll follow you wherever you roam. One night he met an old man sitting quiet by the fire, eyes like he'd seen every kind of loss a soul acquires. He said, "Son, I see you carrying a weight you'll never name, and a man who hides his sorrow only feeds his hidden pain. You ain't weak for speaking truth, you're only weak if you deny that the hurt you keep inside you is the hurt that multiplies." The old man told a story about a brother he once knew, a cowboy with a broken heart he never let shine through. Said he laughed through every sunrise, drank through every night, but the darkness that he swallowed stole the color from his life. And when he finally spoke his truth, it saved him from the fall, but he waited far too long to say he needed help at all. You can't heal a wound you never show. You can't outrun shadows when they're stitched into your soul. And every tear you swallow is a river left to overflow. You can't heal a wound you never show. You gotta let somebody know. So we walked out to the hillside where the prairie meets the sky, and for the first time in his life he let himself cry. He spoke the names of moments he had buried in the dust, the heartbreaks and the failures he had never learned to trust. And as the morning broke in gold across the valley floor, he felt the weight he carried wasn't his alone no more. He rode back into town with a softness in his stride, like a man who'd shed a burden he no longer had to hide. Folks could see the change in him, the calm behind his eyes, the way he breathed like someone who had finally realized that healing ain't a weakness and truth ain't something small. It's the courage to be honest when you fear you'll lose it all. Healing ain't a straight road, It's a trail of jagged stone, but every step gets lighter when you stop walking it alone. And the scars you choose to share become the proof you've grown. A wound begins to close the moment it is shown, and the people who will love you are the ones who'll never flee. They'll sit beside your shadows till you learn to let them be. For a heart that dares to open is a heart that's truly free. You can't heal a wound you never showed, but once you let the truth come out, the pain begins to slow. And every broken piece you name is a seed you learn to sow. You can't heal a wound you never showed, but you can rise from what you know. And somewhere on that dusty ridge, you finally understood a hidden wound will on you, but a spoken one makes room for good. And the bravest thing a man can do is let the darkness see the light, 'cause healing starts the moment you stop pretending you're